check out this awesome QGIS plugin by Chusheng Wu. It allows you to just take the slider and slide this across in QGIS to see differences between one layer and another. So useful, so easy to set up. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Welcome to Open Source Options, where we talk about QGIS, Python, and other open source software, particularly with geospatial analysis. Okay, enough of this. I'm sure you've wanted to do this in QGIS, have this swipe view, and haven't found a good way to do it. I've done previous videos on this, but they've been a little clunky. This is a plugin that is awesome and works seamlessly. So the first thing you want to do is install the leaf map plugin. The way you do that is you're going to go to plugins, manage and install plugins. Now you're going to do one thing first. Chusheng Wu has his own plugin repository. So before you can do this, let me get rid of these. You need to go to settings and you need to install the repository. And the way you can do this is, let me pull a tab over here, is if you go to his GitHub page, and this is for a specific plugin, but there's the OpenGIS group of repositories, or OpenGIS account, and it has a lot of different plugins. And you can add these plugins to QGIS. So for example, if you just come and you click on the leaf map plugin, you can come down and you'll see on the installation, you just need this URL right here. If you grab this URL, and I'll put it in the video description, then you're all set to go. So we're going to come to settings, we're going to click add, we're going to give it a name like OpenGIS, and then we're going to go get that repository. Let me open it up again, get this URL for the repository. I'm going to use Control-C to copy that. I'm going to come back over to QGIS. I'm going to paste that in, and then I'm going to select OK. I already have it, so I won't add it again, but if you click OK, that will give you the plugin repository. Now, go back to all plugins here, search for leaf map, select leaf map, and install the plugin. Once you have it installed, make sure it's activated by clicking here. When you do that, it's going to do a couple of things. One, you will have this toolbar, the leaf map toolbar here, and two, you will have the leaf map window here. All right. So once you have leaf map installed, as we have just done, the next step is to open up the layer swipe. You can click it from the button on the toolbar here, or you can go to leaf map layer swipe. This will open a new panel. I'm going to readjust it so it shows up here. Now, if you don't know how to manage your toolbars and panels, it's easy to do. You can right click on an empty place on the toolbar, and that will bring up your panels and your toolbars. You can see here I have the layer swipe panel turned on, and my toolbars, I have the leaf map toolbar turned on. It shows that I have two of them here. It could just be a bug for me deactivating it and reactivating it. You can also go to view, panels to adjust them here, and toolbars to adjust them here. Okay, so before you can use this, what you need to do is you need to have two layers added. What I have added here is the National Land Cover data set for 2021 and the NAPE plus imagery server. So I've added those here. I have those in my browser. I have them in my WMS layers. If you're not sure how to add these, I have another video about QGIS base maps that demonstrates how to add a lot of various base maps, and you can go check that out to see how to do it. You'll notice that I can't see these layers in comparison unless I turn them on and off. And that can be useful, but it can be more useful if I swipe from side to side to see how things line up. So all I need to do here is choose the left layer. And for this case, let's choose the land cover data set and the right layer. And for that, let's choose the imagery data set. And now I can click Activate Swipe. And this pulls up a divider. And I can drag this divider to swipe one map away to swipe one layer away from the other. And it works seamlessly. It works so well to be able to see how well this classification might be working. We can zoom in on an area down here to some of these little ponds. And it zooms in, it'll take a second to adjust over here, but there we go, it adjusts. And if we swipe, we can see that indeed the land cover picked up that little pond. We can see if it picks up this change from forest into agricultural lands here, and indeed it does. So it's really easy to pull this together and analyze or see the differences between two layers. Now let's try something else. Let's go to our browser. I'm going to add in the land cover data set from 2001, so 20 years previously, and let's see what the changes are. So if I double click that, it's now been added in. And I have 2001 and 2021. Now let's take a look at 2021 in addition to 2001. So I can change the right layer here, and you can see that now it's adjusted this. And as I swipe, I can see that these two layers here are the same. Let's deactivate swipe for just a moment. Let's turn this on and these two off. Let's go find an area where we know there's going to be some changes. I don't even know where I am right now, but if we go over towards the Intermountain West, if we go down here and look at Las Vegas, we're for sure going to see some changes here. So let's zoom in on Las Vegas. Let's come back to our swipe tool. We have our layers set there. Let's activate swipe. Now it's activated those two layers. We have 2021 on the left and 2001 on the right. And as we swipe, we can see in 2001, there is much less urbanization. We can see how that urbanization has really expanded as we got into 2021. In the last 20 years, we can see that large growth of the Las Vegas area. And if we move down to the south a little farther, we can take a look at this area and we can see the urban expansion down to the south of Las Vegas and in other areas. So that's how you can use this really useful layer swipe tool. This is so useful, I think it's going to become one of the core QGIS plugins that I just have added in all the time. I don't have very many of those, but this is one that just fits the bill. It's just so useful. All right. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more geospatial content, check out opensourceoptions.com. Free courses are coming there soon, as well as a community portal where you'll have the opportunity to sign up, share the things you're learning, and help others work through their problems.